Hey beautiful people, welcome to my channel guys. It's been 2 weeks since I uploaded my last video. Trust me, I've been wanting to upload another video since then, but a girl has been busy with exams, trying to settle in. But hey, I'm done with my exams now and I'm back on here. There's this thing that's been on my mind I've been wanting to talk about since I came here. I think it's been almost a month now since I came into the UK. And yes, I have observed so many things that are quite shocking and things that are quite different different from the way we do things back in my home country, Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria, guys. Yes. So if you're a returning subscriber, you are welcome. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. Please stay with me or don't go anywhere. So guys, yes, let's get into this video. So I already wrote down about 8 things that I want to talk about. As the title of this video implies, it's just major cultural difference of how things are being done, or things that I observed, or things that I noticed. So I decided to talk about them. I wrote them down because I want to talk about each one of them. I don't want to forget anyone. So we'll start with the first one that I noticed: cold. Because back in my home country, Nigeria is basically not really cold. Not cold. The average temperature you would experience would probably be 24 degrees, 25 degrees and above. But here, because it's winter currently in my city, I'm currently in Glasgow City. In my city is usually from 8 degrees, 7 degrees, 4 degrees, 3 degrees, 2 degrees, 0 degrees, even as far as minus, and it's usually very cold. So that was a major blow for me. I mean, coming from a place that is really hot and then coming to another country where, you know, things the weather is really cold, especially during winter period. It was really difficult for me to manage at first. I was always wearing my winter jackets indoors, like in the house. But yeah, with time, I got to, I started to, I tried, like, you know what, I have to try to adapt into this kind of weather, into this system. So every time I'm going out, I usually check the temperature. If it's really low, I double up. In fact, almost every time I wear double jackets outside. I wear double clothing, double everything, double winter jackets, double tops, double socks, everything, just so that my body just doesn't, get trying to, so I don't get cold or, fall sick and all of that. So I try to pad up really well so that the cold doesn't get into my body. But hey, we're getting used to it. So the second thing on my list is mind your business. Guys, I don't know, I cannot overemphasize this. Like, it's just really crazy. Back home in Nigeria, everybody is in your business. Like, everybody wants to know what is going on in your life or what exactly you're doing. If you're on the streets, you would see someone that you don't know even say hello or say hi to you. If you're anywhere, people just really come around you. But here it's quite different. Everybody is mind your business. If you're in the bus, no one says hello to you, no one says anything to you. You just come into the bus, do your own thing, get down at your bus stop. If you're in the bus stop waiting for a bus, everyone is just standing, no one is saying anything. It's really awkward because I had to try to get into it. Because I remember one particular situation where I was at the bus stop. I think I just came then and I didn't know my way, or I was trying to lift my bags and everyone was just passing by. Everyone was seeing that I was struggling to carry my bags, but no one offered to help. No one offered to say anything. So I had to, struggle to carry my bags myself. And I think one lady finally came forward and was like, "Do you need help?" And I was like, "Oh yes, I do." And then she was like, "Okay, her boss is waiting for her. Her taxi is waiting for her. She has to go." And then she just dropped the bag and she's like, "I'm sorry, bye." I was like, "Okay, thank you for even trying to help in the first place," because no one even wanted to help actually. But hey, I had to do my thing myself, and that's one of the things I've been struggling with, how to mind my business. It's not like I'm always in people's business anyways, but being in an environment where people used to, try to know what's going on around you, and then come into a place where it's totally mind your business. You do everything yourself, no one cares. But yeah, we're getting used to that. Another thing that I'd like to talk about, guys, is how food is really cheap here. Food is really, really cheap. Back home in my country, I think a month you could spend about from 30k upwards to probably keep yourself, have all the food stuff at home. But here, I think with 20 pounds or around 30 pounds, you could get groceries that could last you for like a month or so. Yeah, so that's a really, really good one. The next on my list is charity. Charity is a very big deal here, guys. Like, charity is a very big deal. Back in my home country, of course, you have charity homes, but it's not as popular as it is here. So here, when I first came, my friends were telling me about how I could get things cheaper at the charity stores. When I checked online, I found so many charity organizations, so many charity homes, so many charity shops where you could actually get things very cheap and where people donate items to. I think that's a very, very good one, because especially for people that are just trying to settle down, like new people that are just coming in here, you could actually, go to these charity homes and tell them that you're new here and that you're trying to settle in. You would like items that you need to, to keep yourself, until you're able to stand firm on your own. And then you see a lot of charity homes that will be willing to help you, and that's a very good one. Another thing on my list, guys, time management. What did I say? I said time management, guys. Time is really, really precious here. Yeah. Like, every 1 minute counts. Like, you cannot be in this parts of the world and not guys, you cannot be in this part of the world and not know how to manage your time. Like, you have to, if you're working on shifts, you have to be able to, manage your time, know when to step out, know when the bus is going to arrive at the bus stop, know when to leave your house. Everything here is time. I'm back in my home country, Nigeria. I'm sure Nigerians will know this. We usually say we do things in the Nigerian time. Like, that's how we do things. Even when you say an event is supposed to start by 10 o'clock, you see people coming like 2 hours late, 1 hour late, 3 hours late, that kind of thing. So that's one of the things I have been trying. Of course, I have been good with managing my time, but when I came here, I became very more conscious of my time, trying to, so that I don't miss opportunities or miss something that I know that I'm supposed to be on time for, and then miss that thing because of how time is done here. Sometimes at work, if you come late, you might be asked, especially if you're a new person, or if you're going for a kind of job that requires you. Some jobs will even require you to be 15 minutes early to sign in before the major time starts, the major time of your shift starts. So that's one crazy thing. Another thing on my list is the Google Map usage, guys. The accuracy of Google Maps here is 99.9%. I know this might be usual for people that are here. If you're new here, you cannot do without your Google Map. Like, you need your Google Map every time, everywhere you go, because you're going to be using the bus, and you need your Google Map to tell you the bus that's going to be at the bus stop, the time that the bus is going to arrive, the route you're going to take. So you need like the Google Map to go everywhere, like literally everywhere. And sometimes if you have a low battery, I think there was a particular time that I had a low battery and it was already late. So I was just praying to God that my phone wouldn't go off, because if the phone goes off, I won't know my way around. So I was praying that I would get to a particular place where I'm at least more familiar with the road, so that even if my phone went off, I will be able to find my way back home. But I even noticed that people that already live here, like, it doesn't even matter. Sometimes it doesn't even matter if you're new here or you're not new here. You need your Google Map to tell you when the bus is going to arrive, the time the bus is going to arrive, the route you're going to take. You just need your Google map, guys. Another thing that's on my list is the traffic light system, guys. I cannot overemphasize this. You have traffic lights everywhere you go, like literally everywhere, on the streets, the minor roads, the major roads, where you have pedestrians crossing. The traffic lights is everywhere. And I think one of the good things about this traffic light system here is that it kind of reduces the accident rates. That means cars won't be able to drive very, very fast. You have cars driving at a very slow and steady rate, which was quite one of the things I really struggled with, because the cars have to stop almost every time. The cars and the buses have to stop almost every time, and it's even better if you have your own personal car. But if you're using the public buses, you have to deal with having the driver having to stop almost every time. And it was something that I really struggled with, because I'm already used to, back home in my country, you don't have the buses driving like that. I mean, the buses drive really fast. Like, you have to be praying for, the bus not to hit anyone. And that's one of the most common things, especially if you lived in Lagos. I lived in Lagos. You have accidents happening almost all the time because cars drive really fast. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, here in the UK. It's actually a good thing, but it's something that I have to be able to, adapt with, because when I'm in a bus, I'm already expecting the bus to drive very fast to get to where I'm going to, because, you're in a hurry and all of that. So that's why I earlier talked about time management, how time is being managed here. The Google Map has been moderated or designed to calculate the number of hours or number of minutes you would get and spend to get to your destination. So even the number of stops and the number of pauses that you have on the road has been accounted for. That's why I talked about time management. So, but the thing is, in my head, it's just really annoying for the buses to be going like at a very slow pace. And like, sometimes I even want to go and pull the driver out of the bus and let me just drive this car, drive this bus. Why are you not moving this bus? Move this bus. And it's really crazy, especially when you're running late. There was a time that I was running late, and in my head I was already like, and this bus is going to be driving slow. Now what will I do? I was looking at the time almost every how many seconds, but there was nothing I could do because the buses have to stop. And another thing again is that there, aside from the traffic lights, the traffic light stops, there are several bus stops. You have so many bus stops where the buses stop to pick people up from, or where people highlight at. So that's another thing that you have to consider. That's also the number of bus stops coupled with the number of traffic lights that you have. So guys, it was really crazy, but hey, I'm still trying to absorb myself into the system and how things are being done here. It's not like in Nigeria where the cars are driving really fast. Like, even when you are on the traffic lights and the traffic light says red, that you should stop, you have to wait. If you're a pedestrian crossing the road, you have to wait and see that the cars actually stop, because some cars will still want to pass when the traffic light says stop. And that's another reason why the accident rates in Nigeria is very high compared to here. So it's actually a good thing. So the last thing on my list is the use of car horns. I mean, it took me a while to be able to realize that I had never, or I barely did not hear anyone use their car horns. I was just sitting one day in the bus and I was like, come on, I've never heard any bus or any car press their car horns, like pim pim pim, the way you the way it is back in Lagos. Everyone is always using their car horns, even in the traffic. When you're in a traffic that there's gridlock and everywhere is blocked, people will still use their car horns. Like, do you want me to, people, I'm sure, like, if you're driving and someone is at your front or at your back and someone at your back is pressing the horn, I'm like, do you want the person to fly? You guys have to just try to move together. But here I realized that I barely heard anyone use, probably if anyone has ever used their car horn ever since I've been here, or ever since I've tried to try to notice what is going on around me, I don't think I have ever heard anyone use their car horns. Or probably when I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard anyone. They might be, but I didn't notice that. But it would be that it's actually true that no one is in there. Of course, if you're in a place where there's always noise, where cars are always making ping, 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 pom, 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 you would know that, okay, you will hear the sound. But because it's like a normal thing here, because like 99% of the times you do not even need to use your car horn, because the traffic light is already helping you to know when to stop and when not to stop, and everyone obeys it, so everyone follows the rules and there's no need for you to use the car horn. So guys, I think that's these things I've talked about are just the things that I've been here for a month now, and these things are just the things that I have experienced. So if you're a new person here in the UK, I'd like to hear your experience. I'd like to know, what was quite different for you, what you noticed. Just comment in the comment section and let me know your experience. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe to my channel, and yes, I'll see you in my next video.